After that wild performance in Game 1 of the season between the Jays and the Cardinals, finally Game 2 gets going between Kevin Gausman and Jack Flaherty. And it was another very weird game. But not to the extent of Game 1, of course. But the Jays lose 4-1 to the St. Louis Cardinals, and even up the series at 1 game apiece. The Jays are obviously now 1-1 on the season. And Jack Flaherty could not find the strike zone to save his life. At one point in the game, he had 7 walks in the game. The Jays had not had 1 hit, and they have not scored a single run. Now, if you look at the reasons why the Jays lost today, for one, they couldn't capitalize on opportunities. There were times they had the bases loaded. I think it was the first inning where they got the first 2 out, and then they walked the bases loaded, then you couldn't do anything with it. Then you had 2 guys on and nobody out, couldn't do anything with it. I think it might have been even 2 guys and nobody out again, nothing doing. They couldn't get anything going with guys on base, and they weren't even getting on base via hits. But then the bottom of the third happens, and a chopper to third. It's grabbed up by Chapman. Fires to first, usually sure money. It's wide. Vladdy can't make the play. And in comes Brendan Donovan. It's 1-0. It keeps the inning going. Goldschmidt then hits. Arenado hits. And then Gorman hits a 2-run double. Or was it a single? I wrote single. I think it was a double. Both runs score. It's 3-0. It flipped so much. You could have been out of that inning, no damage. But instead, you're down 3-0. Rough spot from Chapman. However, the offense was downright abysmal anyways. Yeah, it's game 2 of the season. I'm not going to overreact, but I'm just reacting to what I witnessed in this game today. Later in the game, the Jays still have opportunities. Right? They knocked Jordan Hicks out of the game because he was really having a tough time. The only run the Jays scored today was Vladdy on a wild pitch. Right? And you still had a couple of guys on with a chance to possibly tie the game. Can't do it. Then the bottom of the 8th inning, Jordan Walker, it's an RBI single off of Eric Swanson. Nolan Arenado scores to ice the game 4-1. And the Jays have a chance late. I think they had first and third, 2 out. Can't get it done. It was one of those games where it was not meant to be for the Blue Jays. Now, hopefully this is not a sign of things to come. But in the early goings, first series of the season, you got to take positives. And the positive I have, again, Kevin Kiermaier, another 2-hit game, back-to-back days. 2 for 4 in the game. Great job. The team overall, though, 3 hits total, 8 strikeouts, walked 10 times, but you get 3 hits and only score 1 run. You did not make them pay for their mistakes, and it was rough. Kevin Gausman was great. He was phenomenal today. 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, 3 runs, 0 were earned, struck out 7, and walked 1. He was remarkable, spotting up his fastball, spotting up the splitter, sprinkling his new sliders and changeups and all this great stuff. He was remarkable. Adam Simber gave you a clean inning of work. Eric Swanson obviously gave up in 1 inning of work, allowed a couple hits, a walk and a run score. Did strike out a guy, but that was it. And the Blue Jays are back to the drawing board, right? We had a feeling after that first game, it wouldn't go the same, just for the fact of the way the Jays got those 10 runs. Let's be honest. If you watch the game, a lot of those hits were not squared up. They were blooped hits. They were finding holes, this and that. You can't bank on that all the time. Albeit, I loved the Jays' approach at the plate this afternoon. I know, it's crazy to even think about. They only had 3 hits. They had 1 run. Not a good night. No, you're right. But the fact that they walked 10 times, they did not chase any of the borderline stuff, any of the stuff just off the plate. They did not chase Like I said, 10 walks in the game. I think Jack Flaherty himself had 7 or 8. They did a great job. But they couldn't put bat to ball. That was the key. And a big error from Matt Chapman leads eventually to 3 runs, which, let's be honest, you lost by 3. It's a big difference in that game. You end that inning, it's a 0-0 ball game still. But instead, you're going to the 4th inning down 3-0. It's a huge, huge swing. I think the Gorman hit wasn't even hit that hard. Either it was past diving Chapman at third. Hopefully it's not a sign of things to come. That's all I got to say when it comes to the offense and the great at-bats, but the lack of solid. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out, though. The pitching matchup tomorrow, and I've said this in the past, and I said it in the Blue Jays Center stuff, and I'll say it on here. All the Jays need to do is win series, especially on the road. So, you have a very good team in the St. Louis Cardinals right now. It's a 1-1 series split right now. The finale goes tomorrow afternoon. It's a 2:15 first pitch there at Busch Stadium. Jordan Montgomery gets the ball for the Cardinals, who was great for them after the trade from the New York Yankees. And newest Blue Jay, Chris Bassitt, gets the ball. Like I said, it's a 2:15 first pitch. All I want to see in that game is the continuous good ABs. Look, I'd love to win the game and score a lot of runs and all that stuff. The fact that they walked 10 times today was a really eye-opening thing in a good way. But we need to see more than just that. And we're hoping, with the lefty on the hill tomorrow, the Jays can get some runs, get some hits, get some good, and Chris Bassitt can show Blue Jays fans what he's all about. All right? So you know what, guys? A little bit of a shorter video, but yeah, last 4-1. He was a stinker. Not much offense to talk about. It is what it is. We move on to the next one. Smack the like button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter and Instagram links are down below. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already. The Discord and TikTok links. Didn't get a chance to upload any TikTok stuff tonight because it was late night. Was out with a friend at an event, so as you guys can tell, the video is already later than usual. So no time. I got to work tomorrow morning. It's gonna be a long night, but again, I'll get back at it tomorrow. I promise. So TikTok links are down below. All right. So I will talk to you guys. Raptors edition tomorrow afternoon. Actually, they play at 1:00 against the Charlotte Hornets. Leafs play tomorrow as well, I believe. Hold on a minute. Do we have all three teams going at it tomorrow? The Leafs play Detroit at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And the Toronto Blue Jays, the finale of the series against the St. Louis Cardinals, goes tomorrow afternoon at 2:15. Chris Bassitt, Jordan Montgomery is the pitching matchup. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And Kevin Gausman's performance today. We'll talk to you guys then.